Hey there, Amy Blackthorn, author of Blackthorn's Botanical Magic and Blackthorn's Protection Magic, and like 7 other books. We're talking about protection magic. I want to make sure that you are able to get home safely as possible. It's scary outside. I mean, yeah. There's a content warning. I'm going to be talking about evading a stalker. So if that's too heavy for you today, please honor your own energy where you're finding it. How to spot someone following you. Do you have a stalker? How do you know if you have a possible stalker? The first time you run into someone, it's an accident. The second time you run into that person, it's coincidence. And the third time they just happen to pop up, it's enemy action. Take care. If you're walking, try a pause and turn. Without warning or slowing, quickly peek over your shoulder. Don't linger, they could be gaining on you. Pretend to be lost. Tie your shoe, anything. Step out of the flow of traffic as discreetly, bend down and tie your shoes. In a large crowd, they're being swept forward in pursuit of you while you are stationary. They'll keep looking ahead to try and keep pace with where you were last seen. People won't want to be spotted. Amateurs will stumble and falter. Use reflective surfaces, mirrors, car windows, storefront windows to watch behind you. Duck into a store, count to 20, and leave again. Change your look as best you can. If you could take off or add a hat, change the color of your top, remove or add a layer of clothing. If they're looking for someone with brightly colored hair and a green top, be someone with a hat and a white top on. If you have a noticeable logo or design on your shirt, consider turning it inside out. Umbrellas, backpacks, newspapers are all great props for diversion too. If you're driving, always make sure that you're as safe as you can be. This is the whole of what we're talking about, is to be as safe as possible. So don't do anything that's going to hurt yourself or someone else. Try slowing down on the highway. If everyone's doing 65 and you slow down to 45, people are going to pass you. People who are following you will slow down so they don't lose you. Try stopping at a light and waiting. We call it a stop and see. Other motorists are going to honk and eventually go around you at a light. Amateurs will slow down so they don't lose you. Drive fast and then slow, or walk fast and then slow. A varied pace makes it harder to track you. Above all, following patterns is to be avoided. Sticking to routines, avoid it as much as possible. Change your route to and from work as often as possible. If possible, vary when you take lunch, as well as where. If you're known to be somewhere at a certain time, don't be there. Remember, keep your hands at 9 and 3 on the steering wheel as best you can. We don't do 10 and 2 anymore. It's, we're over that. Don't cross your arms over the steering column. Allowing your arm to cross over the airbag can lead to a broken arm. Ask me how I know. Keep your thumb outside the steering wheel, never inside. You'll avoid a broken wrist if there's an accident. So make sure you keep your thumbs outside, not around. If an unmarked car attempts to pull you over with flashing lights, make sure they're the real police. Put on your flashers, slow your speed while calling emergency services to verify that this is a real stop. Pull into a well-lit, well-populated area. If you feel safe pulling into a police station, do that. A fake cop stands no chance of passing for a real cop at a police station. Trust but verify. If you spot someone following you, you have options. You could lose the tail. If you're driving, drive like you're lost. Turn on your left turn signal and then turn right. Always use caution. Don't get hurt trying to avoid getting hurt. Go around the block a few times. If you're near a police station, consider driving through their lot to scare off a tail. Even if you don't plan on stopping because you don't feel safe, being close enough to the police station may just scare them off out of hand. If you're walking, have a little fun with them. Hand notes to strangers. Give strangers money. Go to lots of random stores. The last line of defense, confront them. Very visually write down a license plate. Call the police. Make them pick a different target. This can be very dangerous. Please only do this as a very last resort. I cannot stress this enough. Security precautions in the event of a stalker. Do not have mail come to your house. Get a P.O. box, go to the UPS store, go to a similar place. Don't have mail delivered to you. Forward all of your mail to your new box. If you can do it, don't put your physical address on your driver's license. We really take for granted how many times a month someone asks for ID. If this is your home address, Biff the bouncer can come by one night to see if you changed your mind about that drink. Yes, this happened to one of my students. Some states are finicky about that. If it's an issue, try using a place like mailboxes, etc. They give you a real street address as opposed to a P.O. box. Some states won't let you put an actual P.O. box label on your ID. Grab a new keychain for your keys. The kind that links 2 rings together with a little metal plunger. If you can hand a key to a valet, if you get your oil changed, you only have to handle them one single key that they require. The rest of the keys you need, your house, your office, etc., go in the other half of the key ring. I've seen incidences where the bad guy made a copy of a house key and address after a woman who owned the car turned them down for a date, and another one where they robbed the house while the car was being serviced. Scary shit happens. So you're able to break the key apart, hand them the key, put your keys back together when they hand it back to you. But because we keep things like our registration in the glove box, they could absolutely take a picture of your registration, take your house keys, and rob your house while you're getting your oil changed because they know you're not home. If you fear you have tracking software installed on your phone without your knowledge, buy a burner phone with cache if possible. Use call forwarding to send all your calls to the temporary phone, then turn off, break, or destroy the bugged phone. You can buy a new phone, we can't buy a new you. Check the wheel well of your car, under the trunk, and any publicly accessible parts of your car to look for small GPS trackers. We're at a point now where iPhones will let you know if you have an AirTag following you. You need to have your Bluetooth on and your location available and a couple of the little fiddly settings. Because that changes so rapidly, I'm not going to go through all of the how-tos, but there are plenty of really great instructions on how to do that for yourself. Amazon has very small, probably about this big, for between $10 and $20. They're small Bluetooth accessible trackers that'll look for security cameras, for hidden cameras, Bluetooth tracking software bugs that were installed in your car or left in your home. And they're very easy to use. Most of them have a single lens of like a red lens where you can actually use it to look for hidden cameras as well as the actual automated searching software. So we have the technology. Please use it for your safety. Many new cars come with a spare key that's made for you. If you choose to keep a spare key on your vehicle in case you get locked out and have a new key made, not the spare. Automobile keys currently have small chips inside them so the vehicle recognizes your key and will allow it to start. Without that chip, it will unlock the door but not start the car. This way, if someone finds the hide a key, they can't use a real key to steal your car. They would need to know how to hotwire it. That type of theft insurance will likely cover, but if they drive away with your key, likely not. If you fear there's an audio or video surveillance in your home, those small detectable bug sniffers that I mentioned are really handy. They're very, very easy to use. You don't need a lot of specialized knowledge to give it a swap. The antenna will alert you to a radio broadcast, and they're incredibly easy to use. If you have a landline, pick up the receiver. If you hear a few clicks before the dial tone, it's possible your phone has been bugged and is not safe to discuss things about your security protocols or other sensitive information. Please do as much as you can. We're all just fighting to make sure that we get home safe at the end of the day. If I could be there, I promise I would, but I can't be everywhere at once. Please take your safety as seriously as I do. I want to make sure that you're all here for a very long time. Keep each other safe. I'll keep making videos.